Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Macomb High School, the hangar, as we are here for Macomb Varsity Volleyball. And Athletic Director Horrell threw us a little curveball. We normally wait until after the national anthem to come on and bring you the starting lineups, but he did the starting lineups before the national anthem, got us all discombobulated. But we are here nonetheless. Monroe's in the house tonight as it's the season home opener for the Bombers. And they come into tonight's contest, I do believe, with a 3-2 record, if my memory serves me correctly. It is fresh off the Bombers are a 27-25, 25-23 win over Monmouth-Roseville in the JV contest. And Brandon, I tell you what, that JV contest, I don't know if it was great volleyball necessarily, but it was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. 2 back-to-back games, 2-point deficits. 27-25 and 25-23. Macomb ended up taking it in 2 sets. Very fun game, back and forth, bunch of ties, and can't wait to see what we're going to witness here in the varsity game.
Starting at the service line for the Bombers is going to be Jersey Mills, a freshman, starting things off for Macomb High. So Monroe's will be on defense as you can kind of see him at the top of the screen up there. The student section is loud and proud. Red, white, and blue, I'm guessing, is the theme tonight. Or maybe Rocky, I'm not sure. One of those two. There's a pass to the net, and the first attack is blocked by the Bombers. And it's tipped back and down as it was Charlie Russell trying to tip it back across. She could not do it. As you can see, the score from the fresh soft game up there as the Bombers take a 1-0 lead here in set number 1 of this one. Make it 2-0 Bombers. Hitting errors have been the problem so far. Mills serves it up again. This is to the net again. Russell brings it out, and it's dropped down off the block of Holtz. A kill for Alana Riley as she gets her first kill of the night, the junior. And going back to serve is the libero, number 7. That is Brenda Regoza. Regoza's serve is dug by the Bombers libero, Westhold. And another passing error results in a side out to the Bombers. Not a whole lot of offense yet in this one. Back to serve is the libero, Emily Westerhold. And she, through the years, has been a very good server. She's a senior now, but she has been serving for the Bombers, I believe, since her freshman year. She has been very good at the service line. Regoza is going to get 8 up by 1, and an ace for Emily Westerhold.
Titans are just struggling to gain some offense here in the early goings here.
4-1 is the score. Bombers with the lead here early in set number 1. And I jinxed her. Westerhold serves one out of bounds. Say hi to Alex. Watching again tonight. We appreciate you being here. Hop in that live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for as the Titans back at the service line. Tipped across. Nice little tip there by Ella Hare. That was going to be a free ball. Sent across by the setter. Number 12 is Riley. And then off the block and down. A kill for Dakota Thorman. Another side out. A sports corner kill for the Bombers, and that's the first kill for either time. Jordan Hines back to serve now for MHS. Deep serve. It's dug. And it's going to come to the net. Hit across. Dug up by Westerhold. Outside it goes. Hare with the attack, I do believe it was. Punched across. Hines is there. Wilson back to Hines. Back row attack is dug up. Now it's going to be a free ball. Sent across by Mahoney. Now back on the slide, deep and way out of play. The attack by Dakota Thorman. And it's a side out back to the Titans on the hitting error by the Bombers. Back to serve for the Titans, going to be number 21, Charlie Russell. She is the setter for the Titans. And down goes the kill. A Sports Corner kill for Dakota Thorman, her second, and another side out for the Bombers. And back to serve will be Ella Hare. She's another of the seniors for this Bomber squad. They lead 6-3. Deep and out. Another service error. Subs coming in for the Bombers. Coming in for the Bombers. Going to be number 4, Jordan Shoopman. Macomb does have a new coach. The first home game as varsity coach for Hillary Humes. And there's a service error in response by Abby Hood. And it is now coming in to serve for the Bombers, number 17, Addison Fox. Back-to-back side outs now. Fox's serve, drops short to the net, back set. Oh, nice hit, nice dig. Wilson goes to get it. Now Hines from the back row, drops it short, it's dug up, and they're going to get a chance to send it across. They will. Hines goes down to get another one. Wilson tips this one across. It's dug up again. An attack, and Shoopman gets an arm on it, can't do anything else with it, as it was a nice attack and a kill for number 6, Abby Hood. That's her first kill, and back to serve now, I think, is going to be number 1. If so, that's Lily Mahoney. The jump serve. Shoopman's there. Now Wilson, middle. Holtz down and in off the block. Holtz gets the kill, and it's a Sports Corner kill for Cadence Holtz. The big middle for the Bombers that everybody thinks is going to be a key to their success this season.
Like our cameraman was saying before the game, he said, watch her vertical. And right there, she showed it off.
Outside on the attack and in, a kill for Elena Riley, her first, and another side out. It's 8-5. Make that 8-6, I'm sorry. As Maloney gets the service point. Wilson outside to Hines from the left side. It's dug up in the back row. Now set to the right side and down and in. A kill for Charlie Russell. This is looking an awful lot like the JV contest. Back and forth we go. Second service point for Lily Mahoney. And that's out. A little long. Back to serve for the Bombers, number 13, Jersey Mills. Folks, if you want to know how few service points have been scored in this match, we've already made it a rotation, and it's only 9-7. Down it goes, Ella Hare with a Sports Corner kill. 10-7, the Bombers build their lead back to 3. Coach Humes will find her way up here to talk to us after the game. Oh, there's trouble, an ace for Jersey Mills. More trouble. To the net it comes. Dug it out. A good job of digging it out. Westerhold is there. Outside. No, back on the right to Hines. She's dug up in the back row. Now it's going to be Russell putting it across. Westerhold a bump set to Hines from the right side. Down it goes. A Sports Corner kill for Jordan Hines. She was in the all-tournament team at the opening season tournament at Brophy Hall for the Bombers.
You can really see Hines knew that she was going to get that kill put down just right away. Right whenever she left her feet, you knew that it was going to meet the ground.
A back row attack, dug up in the back row by Mills. Now a bump set. Hare is going to push it deep. Good chance to run the offense here from the right side. Russell gets it in. Right on the line Charlie Russell gets her second kill and a very important side out for Monmouth-Roseville. Back to serve for the second time is the libero Brenda Regoza. She started off serving for the Titans, and Hare was a little eaten up by that serve, but it's going to be pushed across by Wilson. Middle. Big time block by the Bombers. Now back outside it comes. It's dug up by Hare. Wilson. Back set to Hines. Off the block. Dug up by Hines. Wilson. Middle to Holtz. Tips it across. Dug up by Russell. And down it goes. Driven. Can't see the number there. It's number 2. That was Way. Now Way on the attack. Wilson put arms up to try to do something with it. Couldn't do it. Carmen Way is going to get the kill from the middle position. A point for number 7, Brenda Regoza, and it's 12-9. Regoza back to serve one more time. Deep, and that was probably floating out. Westerholt got an arm on it. Regoza gets the ace. 12-10. Regoza back to serve. That one is well deep, and that is out of bounds. Side out to the Bombers. Holtz goes out. Thorman in. Back to serve the libero, Emily Westerholt. She had one service point, which was an ace in her first service. Then she had a service error. More trouble. Regoza. We pushed across by Way. Wilson now. Back to Hines. Off the block and down. Abusing the block of the Titans. Jordan Hines gets her second kill. (14-10). Bombers back up by 4. Westerhold back to serve another time. Middle off the block this time. Way says, you can abuse a block, so can I. Off the block of Dakota Thorman, and down it goes. And a side out for the Titans. 14-11. Back to serve. Looks like going to be number 12. It is number 12. That's Elena Riley. Wilson outside to Ella Hare. Off the block and down again. Out of bounds, clear across the court. Ella Hare is going to get her third kill. And a side out for the Bombers. 15-11 here in set number 1. Jordan Hines back to serve. The jump serve from the lefty to the net. In, dug out, punched across. They're going to call a lift. I don't know if she had a closed fist, it looked like to me. Hines will take the point.
We have a timeout.
16-11, timeout charge to the Titans as the Bombers open up their largest lead of the contest. This game being brought to you tonight by Sports Corner at 124. Sports Corner at 124 is Macomb's original local sports bar. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. It's $1 wing night tonight. They have trivia on Tuesday night if you want to take part in that. They are open on Mondays. And, of course, Thursday night is steak night at Sports Corner at 124. And I'm sure the place will be packed after what everybody hopes is a win for the Leathernecks as they open their season, their home season, I should say, on Saturday with a night game at Hanson Field. There's the student section making some noise on the far side. We'll get a good look at those guys here in just a little bit as Hines serves it up again, and that time got into the mug of Charlie Russell, and she couldn't do anything with it. After the timeout, the Bombers get another service point from Hines.
The Bombers' celebration after an ace is quite the sight to see. they kind of fly around and everything. It's kind of cool
block,
to see.
But off the hands of Thorman. A kill for Way, and it is a side out of the most needed variety for Carmen Way and the Titans. They trail by 5, 17-12, and a service error off the hand of Russell, and it is a side out back to the Bombers. Back to serve for the Bombers, going to be number 7, Ella Hare, the senior. Serves one up, drops it short, and a little communication issue in the back row between Riley and Russell, and an ace is the result for Ella Hare. 19-12 is the score. A let's serve ace. Those are just unfair. I'm telling you, they should be illegal.
I can remember when they were illegal, whenever they were called.
That's because you're old, like me.
Exactly.
Hare's next serve is deep. That time Russell on the dig. Oh, a big-time hit by Carmen Way, her 4th kill, and she'll go back to serve now. Carmen Way has been the star of the show so far here for the Titans, but the Titans find themselves down by 7 as Schupman comes back in, replacing Ella Hare here for the Bombers. The Bombers in their home opener trying to get a set 1 win. They lead by 7, 20-13. There's the serve. Hines is there. Wilson's going to set outside to Mills, and she got it into the net. A hitting error and a point for Carmen Way and the Titans. Way's next serve. Hines is there. Wilson back sets to Thorman, dug in the back row. Set over. Hines gets a hand under it. The Bombers are going to have a chance to get it across. It's tipped down. They get it up again and over. The Bombers fight to keep it alive. It's tipped across. Hines is there again. Now outside Mills is going to send it across. It's going to come back middle and sails it out of bounds. Great hustle by the Bombers. Mahoney sends it out, and the Bombers survive with a couple great plays by a number of players, but maybe most importantly was Jordan Hines, who went down and got a hand under a pancake, and out back to serve now. Number 17, Addison Fox, drops one short. Ragoza was there. And into the block of the Bombers and down, Mahoney gets the kill. And now Mahoney will go back to serve. Down by 6 are Mahoney and the Titans as the Bombers. Schupman, a nice pass. Wilson, quick to Mills, dug up. Middle, nope, outside it comes. Back outside to Mills again, down the line, dug by Way. Pushed across, dug by Wilson, they're out of system. Here's Jordan Hines, a back row attack on the bump set. To the net, dug up on the far side, and it's going to be saved. Now it's going to be Wilson. Slide to Holtz, off the block, and what a dig! What a dig by Way. It's going to come back across. Hines is there. Wilson stips it across. Ragoza is there. Here comes the set near side. And dug up by Westerhold. To the net. It's dug again by Westerhold. Now back row Hines. Left side dug. To the net it comes. Tipped across. Dug by Schupman. Punched across. They call a lift.
But we did see a lot of great work ethic right there by both teams. And unfortunately against the Bombers, they get the lift called. But some great volleyball right there on that series.
Reese Anderson back to serve now. And they are out of rotation. I think that Mahoney should have still been serving, shouldn't she?
I do believe so.
One should have been serving. There was not a side out. Anderson went back to serve, and Mahoney should have still been serving. I thought that was the case, but I didn't say anything. I was like, I thought Mahoney served that.
I definitely got confused, and then whenever you did say that she should have been serving, you are right.
Now Ragoza checks in. Coming out is Charlie Russell. Sophie Wilson to serve. It's dug up. Anderson's there for the set. Down, it's blocked up. What a dig by Ragoza. And then Westerholt says, I can do the libero thing too. And out to the set, Anderson, near side. It's dug up. That is by Riley on the push. Now down the line, and a kill for Jordan Hines.
Hines really read the floor right there, saw that opening, and bam, gets the point on the scoreboard.
A sports corner kill for Jordan Hines, and this one is getting really, really scrappy. They're not fighting amongst each other by that way, but then they are just scrapping for everything. Neither team is letting anything hit the floors. You saw Monroe's on the screen there. Now you see Coach Humes giving a little talk to her Bomber squad as both teams fighting hard to stay in this one. The Bombers lead 23-16, but it sure feels like it's a lot closer volleyball game than that.
It absolutely does. But I think we may be stuck with what we saw in the JV game as well. But, yes, it does seem a lot closer than 7 points, as you said, Dwayne.
So here we go. Sophie Wilson, who got the service point that time, is back to serve again. Their team up by 7, 23-16. Deep serve. Anderson, near side. Blocked by the Bombers. That was an attack by Riley. Now middle to Holtz, off the block and down. It stayed in anyway. Cadence Holtz gets the kill, and the Bombers have a set point. Holtz gets her second kill. Wilson gets her second service point. It's 24-16. Deep serve and just barely out. Tried to change the depth a little bit. Can't blame her with that one. She'd thrown everything else kind of right about the front of the top of the three-point circle. And she tried to serve that one a little deeper, and it didn't quite stay in for her. Anderson back to serve, and she serves it out, and that's how set number one is going to come to an end. On a service error by the Bombers, by the Titans, the Bombers get a 25-17 set one win, and we are headed to set two. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We'll be back with the second set in just about 2.5 minutes.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Every McDonough District Hospital sports medicine and rehabilitation patient receives one-on-one appointment times with a licensed staff member. They develop a personalized recovery and treatment plan to turn your setback into a comeback. We offer physical and occupational therapy, vestibular rehabilitation, speech-language pathology, cardiac and pulmonary rehabilitation, dry needling, and pelvic floor therapy. MDH, your community physical therapy partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
The Tumble Fresh option keeps clothes in the washer fresh with periodic tumbling until they're ready for the dryer. Finish laundry in under an hour with a 25-minute quick wash and 30-minute timed dry in the matching dryer. Whirlpool. Everyday care.
I'm Lindsay Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor physical therapy here at McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Young women, a lot of them have pelvic pain. They don't realize that it's something that they don't have to live with anymore. It's very common for people to have urinary leakage. And I always say it's common, but it's not normal. It's not something you need to live with. I also focus on hip pain, back pain. It's all kind of connected. Any age really can benefit from it.
And welcome back. As you can see there, tilt that up a little bit more, would you? There you go, right there. You can see the student section on the far side, the Bomber student section, as they will, I'm sure if we stay on them for a few seconds here, as we get ready to go with set number 2, they'll make a little noise here in a moment. They've been pretty good. Of course, they'll probably leave me hanging this time since I said that.
Probably.
Ragoza steps back to serve as we get ready to go. And, yep, they left me hanging.
There's
there
one
they go.
jumping.
And there's Ragoza's serve to start off set number. And they're going to go through the basket, and it gets stuck. Are you kidding me right now? What is the odds of that?
See, I usually expect to see it hit the ceiling. I don't ever expect it to get stuck into the basketball net.
No, that's a replay as well. So Ragoza going to go back to serve it up. As you can see, 25-17, the final score in set number 1. Bombers got the win. Free ball going to come across. Hare is there. Hines from the right side sailed that one deep and out of play. A point for the Titans. And if I'm not mistaken, that's the first lead of the match for the Titans. They tied it, I think, but they never did get a lead, did they?
No. This is their first lead of the night.
Ragoza back to serve it up again. Ragoza has 3 service points. Can't trouble with that one. Ragoza is going to send a free ball across. She will. Wilson, quick to middle to Holtz, and she just taps it down, left it hanging. She did not get that set as high as Holtz wanted it, but Holtz was able to adjust and come down on it and threw it right down at the line. A sports corner kill for Cadence Holtz, her 3rd. Mills serves it up for the Bombers. Westerholt is there. Wilson outside to Hare. Now nobody's there. They're out of system as Anderson had to take the tip from Hare. And when I say out of system, the setter has to take the first ball. It gets them out of system. Somebody else then has to take ball number 2, which is not normal. You don't want to have to do that. The setter's supposed to take it, obviously. Riley tips it across. Westerhold's there for a bump set. Here comes Hare on the attack. Ragoza down to get it. Outside, back to Riley. Over the top, Westerholt is there. Wilson back sets to Hines. Hines drives it home down the middle of the floor. A sports corner kill for Jordan Hines. That is Hines' 5th kill. She's got 3 service points as well. Mills back to serve it up again. Mills has 4 service points. Anderson and a little double. Oh, a little punch across. Nice job by the Titans. Now middle to Holtz again. Blocked down in between the block and the net of Way. Cadence Holtz gets her 4th kill. And another point for Mills. 5 service points for Mills. She's also got an ace. And an ace. It's like on cue right there. Point 6, ace 2. It's 5-1 Bombers. Mills back to serve it up again. Boy, her left foot is so close to the line every time. Blocked down and a double hit by Carmen Way. And it's going to be a point for the Bombers, a timeout for the Titans. Just that quickly as Hines will give her another sports corner kill, as I'm not sure that really should be one, but it will be a 7th point for Jersey Mills, who has really stepped up here in this one early to get some points for the Bombers as they are opening up set number 2, much as they finished set number 1 with a 6-1 lead here early from Macomb High School. Helping to bring you tonight's contest of Bomber volleyball. I about said basketball. We've been talking about basketball up here, and it's got me all discombobulated. So, of course, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also helping to bring you tonight's contest, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. As I said, since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. Way dug by Hare. Wilson out to Hines. Dug back there by Anderson, out of system again. Russell with the set. And it's going to be Riley hitting it into the net on the hitting error. And the Bombers get another point. An 8th service point. And now an ace. 9th service point. 3rd ace for Jersey Mills. It's 8-1 Bombers. Mills back to serve it again. Ragoza tipped up. A nice one-handed set by Anderson to give him something to do with it. Outside to Hare. A big wind-up and a big sports corner kill for Ella Hare. Her 2nd kill of the night. And it's 9-1 Bombers.
I believe this is the biggest lead of the night as well, Dwayne.
Mills has got 10 service points. An overpass. Hare throws it down, back to the net, dug out by Anderson. Hit across, blocked up, dug up by Wilson. Westerhold to Hines, an overpass. Wilson's there again, another bump set, back to Hare this time. She hits it across. Ragoza with a big dig. Riley's going to punch it across. Mills, and it can't get it across. Riley sends one down after a big dig by Anderson to get it out of the net earlier. And a huge and much-needed side out for Monmouth-Roseville. Hare on the attack. Ragoza, an overpass out of bounds. Ella Hare, another kill, her 3rd. And the Bombers get a side out right back. Coming in for the Titans, going to be number 15. That's Neilani Santos. She is the libero in the JV competition. There's Ragoza. Riley. Nope, that's Mahoney, excuse me. Sent across with the free ball. Anderson had to take it. It's going to be a bump set from Ragoza. Right side sailed that one well out of bounds. Off the hands of Charlie Russell. A point for the Bombers. They lead 11-2, and Emily Westerhold gets her 3rd service point. She'll go back to serve it up again. Santos. There's Mahoney. Dug up by Wilson. Mills went to get it. Free ball sent across by Thorman. Now on the attack and deep out of play. That was Mahoney sailing one out that time. Oh, sure. That's going to be an ace. And I don't know that she actually got under that ball. It sounded like it hit to me, but.
What an effort by Ragoza, though. Just really all over the floor, diving, digging, doing a great job out there on the floor.
As to the net it comes. It's going to be dug up. It's going to be 4 hits. Tanner Scott checking in with us, listening tonight. Says Baint's going to be listening from Lincoln tonight, supposedly, Brandon.
That doesn't surprise me any, and we are always, and I personally am always thankful for Tanner Scott and Brent Boehner listening to TSSR and supporting us.
Westerhold serves it up again. To the net and overpass, and the Bombers, are they going to get it across? They call 4 hits. And it was one swing and a bounce off a head, and then 2 hits.
Right.
Which adds up to 4, even though one was just a bonk off the head.
Yep.
A side out, most importantly, for the Titans as they trail 14-3. Bombers have opened up in a big way here, and now a ace for the Titans. Charlie Russell gets the ace. And another ace as that one goes off the arms of Addison Fox. This is where you can't let up. Volleyball is such a game of momentum. Once you have it, you don't want to let it go. I mean, you never want to let it go in any sport, but with no time limit. There's a tip across, dug up by Anderson. Mahoney sends it. Westerhold's there. Going to be a back set to Hines. She winds up and drops one outside the deep line. A hitting error and another point for Russell and the Titans. Nick Hare says he's watching while paving in Springfield, and a service error by Russell gives the serve back to the Bombers. Well, we appreciate you. That's why we do these games, Nick, so everybody can get a chance to see their favorite players. And my question is, are you really paving at this moment, or are you just paving during the day in Springfield? I feel like that paving and watching volleyball on a phone or something doesn't seem safe to me.
Right, that could be a little dangerous.
A point and an ace for Jordan Hines, and it's back to a 10-point advantage. Anderson a bump set. Mahoney sends it across. Hines is going to send a free ball over. Now Anderson middle to Way. Way throws it down. Wilson is there. Back set to Hines. She just kind of punches it across. Anderson backed away again. Off the block. Wilson goes down to get it. A bump set out to Mills. Mills pushes it. No, that's Addison Fox, excuse me. And Fox is going to get a sports corner kill. Addison Fox with a sports corner kill.
Addison Fox very active there on that series with going up for the block and then getting the kill.
That sails deep. And Charlie Russell did everything she could to touch it, except touch it. 17-7. Hines. Wilson tips it across. Ragoza went down with one arm to get it. Couldn't do anything with it. A sports corner kill for Sophie Wilson. That's her first. Addison Fox going back to serve. Jordan Hines coming out. Reagan Knowles coming in, the junior. Going to play a little defense for the Bombers here. Up 18-7. Santos, Wilson, Fox. Mills pushes it across. Mahoney went down to get it. She's going to hit it into the net. How was that? That wasn't even close to going over.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Mills to Ragoza. Anderson throws one down. Anything you can do, I can do better. Anderson gets the kill and the side out. Back to serve is going to be Lily Mahoney. She's got 2 service points. Her team trails 18-8. Santos goes out. Elena Riley back in. Back set. Thorman tips it across. Ragoza's there. But, that went down, and the Bombers went to get it. Tipped across and down by, I believe it's number 6, Abby Hood gets her second kill. Service point for Mahoney, her third. Wilson out to Mills. Drives it home. No doubt about that one, right down the middle of the floor. A sports corner kill for Jersey Mills, her first kill of the night. Side out Bombers, end to serve for the Bombers. Going to be number 4, Jordan Shootman. Deep serve, Ragoza struggles with it. There's going to be a free ball sent across to the net, pushed up. Holtz sends it off the block and down. Cadence Holtz gets her 5th kill. Shoopman gets her first service point. 20-9 the score. Back, that went over and out of bounds. Not sure if that was a set that was supposed to be hit or a set that was supposed to be over the net. I'm not going to lie. I don't know for sure.
I'm guessing it was just a little bit misplayed. I think it was supposed to be hit. That's what my eyes are telling me anyway.
It was so close. It was hard to. I didn't want to say which way it was supposed to be. If it would have landed in, she would have meant to do it. I'll guarantee it. If it would have been hit or somebody in the net, should have been the hitters. You know what I'm saying? So as we, it might have been a 50-50 ball, as they say in throwing a ball deep downfield in football, right? It's a 50-50 ball. Could have been that as well. But a good student section. There has to be 25, 30 kids over there for the Bombers student section, and you got to love it when the students get out and take part in any sporting event, let alone volleyball or football or whatever it may be. But a great student section. And now down by 12, the Titans trying to come out of a timeout. And coming out of timeouts has not been good for the Titans tonight.
Right.
Minus one time in a JV contest.
Yep, JV and Varsity.
And this one wasn't good either. Oh, a nice dig by Ragoza. Now it's going to be, and another block by Holtz. And nobody's there. We'll give Cadence Holtz a block on that, even though it probably shouldn't be. We'll give her one anyway. And the Bombers lead 22-9.
Ragoza's work ethic for the Lady Titans is just so epic here tonight, though.
A free ball sent across. Fox was there. Back set on the slide to Holtz. Not a good set, and she did what she could, but hit it a little long. It's a side out to the Titans. Going back to serve is going to be the setter, number 13, Reese Anderson. She's a sophomore, so a lot of youth here being played by the Titans as well. They got some juniors and seniors mixed in there, but a lot of youth being played. And there is an ace. New coach for Monrose, I do believe, as well. Holtz is blocked. And that time it was Charlie Russell on the block. Another point for Anderson. A long way to go, but there's as much time as they need, as long as they can keep it rolling. Oh, pushed across by Wilson, pushed back across by the Titans. A bump set out to Mills. A nice dig. Anderson goes to get it. Pushed across. Wilson there again. A bump set this time, back row. Fox dug up in the back row. Now it's going to be blocked down by the Bombers. And a kill in the middle. That is Abby Hood, number 6, with her third kill. Third straight service point for Anderson. Wilson outside. Holtz drives it across court and down for the Sports Corner kill. 23 points now for the Bombers as Cadence Holtz has 6 Sports Corner kills, as does Jordan Hines, to lead all players.
And Hines just returned for the Bombers.
Wilson drops one short. Anderson sailed that one out of bounds to Charlie Russell on the hitting error, and it is match point for the Bombers. 24-13. Sophie Wilson has 3 service points and an ace on the let serve. She's got 4 service points, 1 ace, and the Bombers get a 25-17, 25-13 win over Monmouth-Roseville. The Monmouth-Roseville playing a lot of young players here tonight. I would suspect that they are heading in the right direction for years to come, because they played very well with the Bombers without a couple of JV players that didn't play because they played varsity. So with that in mind, things looking up for the Titans. Bombers get a season home opener win tonight here at the Hangar as they defeat the Titans of Monmouth-Roseville, 25-17, 25-13. We'll take a break. We'll be back with some stats and hopefully a word from a player or two and Coach Humes in just a little bit. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
My philosophy in pediatrics is definitely prevention, early intervention, and advocacy. Being an advocate for my patients is one of the main reasons why I got into pediatrics in the first place. I like working close with families and being able to empower moms, especially first-time moms, or empower any caregiver. MDH Peds gives that family-centered care. My name is Leilani Segura, and I am a pediatrician at McDonough District Hospital.
Schaefer. I'm a physical therapist specializing in pelvic floor physical therapy here at McDonough District Hospital Sports Medicine and Rehabilitation. Young women, a lot of them have pelvic pain. They don't realize that it's something that they don't have to live with anymore. It's very common for people to have urinary leakage. And I always say it's common, but it's not normal. It's not something you need to live with. I also focus on hip pain, back pain. It's all kind of connected. Any age really can benefit from it.
Here at MDH, we provide one-on-one care to our patients. This allows them to feel supported and empowered during their labor process. The Tower of Power is a cart full of tools and resources to help support women during their labor experience. Items include massage therapy tools, aromatherapy, personal care items, music therapy, and features our labor menu.
We provide a celebratory dinner to each family to congratulate them on their new little one. We strive to create a safe and supportive environment where each mother's unique birth plan is respected.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
Whether it's an emergency situation or an outpatient scan, McDonough District Hospital's radiology department offers the test you need right here in Macomb. If you need an MRI, a CT scan, ultrasound, X-ray, a bone density scan, or to schedule an annual mammogram, our experienced radiology staff will provide high-quality, compassionate care. McDonough District Hospital, your community radiology partner, growing our legacy one patient at a time.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back here, 25-13, the final in set number 2. Bombers get a 2-0 win over the Titans of Monmouth-Roseville. Go through some stats as Coach Humes is coming up and maybe bringing a player with her. I'm not real sure. We'll wait and see. Unofficial stats first for the Titans. 3 service points for Lily Mahoney and 1 kill. Cameron Way had 1 service point and 4 kills. Abby Hood had 3 kills. Brenda Regoza, the libero, had 3 points, service points. Reese Anderson The setter had 3 service points, including an ace and 1 kill. And Charlie Russell had 2 kills and a block. Also had Elena Riley with a kill and a block. And Russell also had 3 service points, including 2 aces. As Coach Humes is on her way up here, we'll let her catch her breath if she wants to. It is a long ways up here, Coach, as she gets under the headset. So that's all the stats we had for Monrose. The Bombers, we had unofficially 4 service points, including an ace and 1 kill for Sophie Wilson. 3 service points for Jordan Shootman. 6 service points and an ace for Emily Westerhold. 5 service points and an ace for Jordan Hines to go along with 6 kills. 2. What did you have? What did you have for kills for Jordan? Do you have kills there? 2. You only had 2 kills the whole match? Well, you're worse than I am. Jiminy Christmas, you're mean. I had her for 6. She had to have more than 2. Now, come on. Who kept your stats? Did Coach Paul keep your stats?
Of course.
That's probably the problem.
Trust her.
You can't trust her. She's so mean. She just doesn't give anything. Nope. She doesn't give anybody anything.
We've got to earn everything.
You got to earn everything with
everything.
her. Well, I'm sticking to my 6 kills. I think she got 6.
All right.
It might have been blocking air kills, but I'm giving her kills.
Hey, those are still kills.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't really count blocking airs anymore. That's a kill for the other team.
So see, she had at least 4 go off blocks and go down. That is a kill.
Yep.
That's not right. I will go. Never mind. It doesn't matter. Jordan's going to come over here and talk to us in a minute, but Coach, home opener. Well, official home opener.
Yep.
And you get the win. Scrappy Monrose team.
Yeah, they're scrappy. We played them this summer at a league, and they beat us. And they kept the ball alive. They scrap. They keep everything in play, and they might not hit at us, but it's just free ball, and then they force you into an error. So I was glad to see us take care of that scrap a little better tonight.
They have, at both levels, JV and varsity, they have one middle that's pretty decent that they tend to hit to. Corzat was the middle, the number 14 in the first one, and then it was Carmen Way, and the number 2 in the varsity contest that that was kind of when she was in the front row, they were going to try to get the ball to her, right? They didn't have they had size, but they didn't seem to have a ton of hitters outside of that.
No, not too much. And actually, they did a really good job where we would set our block. They had a really good cross shot that we were trying to stop all night and force them to hit into our line. And every time we moved the block in, they seemed to just hit more and more cross. So their pins actually did hit pretty well. We tried to serve tough to get them off so they couldn't get that middle going, and I thought we did an excellent job of that tonight.
It was 9-7 in the first set, and you guys were already through your first rotation.
Yes.
Service rotation.
Yep.
I don't keep track of that, but that's pretty fast.
Yeah, it was fast tonight. I think I looked up in set 1. I'm like, man, we're not even through set 1 yet. It did go fast. There was lots of back and forth, a lot of long rallies, and that one they were out of rotation because that rally just went on so long they kind of forgot that they didn't need to rotate.
That Mahoney was serving.
Yes,
yeah,
yep.
I said the same thing. And they called a rotation. I said, before Anderson served, I was thinking to myself, I think Mahoney should be serving. I think she served that last one.
Yep.
And then they called the rotation. I'm like, well, I must have been right then. But that says something about how long some of those rallies went.
Yes, there were some long rallies. And in practice, we try and do lots of long rally drills. And you want to win probably 50%, if not maybe 60% of the long rallies. But even though you might not win them, it just builds a lot of momentum and energy. When you're diving on the floor, scrapping and saving the ball.
We're going to talk to her. She had a pancake that she got. There's no way she could have had a fist under that. It had to be a flat hand underneath the ball that she dug up.
Yep, so you might not even win some of those rallies, but just the no-quit mentality, it just brings a lot of energy to your team. And if I've got 2 players that are hustling and not quitting on the ball, then that feeds into my other 4 players. And then the ones on the bench coming in are going to bring that same energy. We talked about 9-7. It didn't take off real good for you guys, but when you started to roll in set 1, you have to be happy with the fact you carry that over to game 2. You never had a let up in between. Yes, and we practice that a lot, is just bringing that intensity from set 1 to set 2 and not so many hills and valleys, just kind of consistent play and really taking off. So I think set 2 they started maybe 5-0, 5-1, and then Jersey went on her big service run. I think it was 9-1 before we before we went into serve receive. So they started set 2 with that same energy they finished set 1 with and just carried it through all of set 2.
I know a lot of people, what's Macomb going to look like this year? They lost 2 great lefts, and the middles maybe aren't as good as we thought. But the thing is they never used the middles much last year. I think this year you're seeing Dakota Thorman and Cadence Holtz can do some things. And now when you're not – you set the left still.
Sure.
I mean, Ella Hare had a good night. But you got as good of a right, and she's a lefty. I mean, that has to be so nice to have somebody with Jordan's athletic ability with the left hand, too, on the right side.
Yep, and we even fight running our back row play with her as she's a 6 rotation player, getting our lefts in the middle to run that back row play, too. We want lots of options for hitting. You don't want to be so predictable about where that ball's going. So when our pass is on and all the hitters are running, it keeps the other team's defense guessing. And that's really one of our strengths this year is we have great hitters in all 3 and then in the back. And Joe's really one of our go-to players. Sophie and her have a great connection. Just about no matter where she's at, Sophie will find her and give her a good ball. And Joe's aggressive, wants to get kills, tools the block. So she's a good asset to have. Again, a lefty on the right. It's a good weapon to have.
Tooling the blocking air kind of deal. And that's what we talked about earlier. She did a good job of using the block, I felt like, tonight. She hit several balls off the block and across that were right after they went off, they went right down the net.
Yep, we trained a little bit. Teach our hitters, don't be afraid of the block. Even the best hitters at the international level are going to get blocked. If you can learn to use the other team's block as a tool for you and find those outside hands and bang off, kills are kills. Whether you hit it onto the floor or off their hands, it's points for your team. So not being afraid of seeing those hands in front of you and just attacking those hands.
When you have Ella on the left side, Cadence in the middle, and Jordan, you've got 3 – maybe not great hitters, but 3 very strong hitters that has to make blocking for the other team just miserable. Because you can't cheat, right?
Yes.
You have to you can't even cheat off the right because the right can hit just as well as the left.
Yep, and so we really work even with the middles, even if the pass is off maybe 2 or 3 steps, still running that middle offense to try and hold that middle block and then go pin to pin. It gives the pin some breathing room too. But we've got weapons and we use them very effectively tonight.
I saw Monrose once or twice do the fake they set, and the left came up and the middle went in and acted like she was hitting too. We didn't see you guys do that, but with the kind of hitting you have across the front pretty much all the time, that kind of stuff can get even more of a problem for the blockers, I suppose, couldn't it?
It could. We've practiced some of them, but sometimes for offense, you just keep it simple. Right now, it seems to be working for us. We have a couple of free ball plays, like a slide 1, slide 3 to keep the block, but a lot of that in and out. If you have some miscommunication, sometimes that can lead to a decrease in your tempo. So sometimes it's just best to keep it simple and what works.
Yeah, and it definitely worked tonight.
It worked tonight.
Well, I appreciate you coming up and talking to us, and we'll get Jordan on here.
Sure.
How's that sound?
That sounds great.
It's awesome. You're bringing some players up. Hopefully
Yes.
we can do that every night, especially after wins, as Jordan Hines is going to get under the and congratulations, Coach, on your first home win, as Jordan Hines is going to climb up here. Jordan, I always said that every coach's dream is an athletic left-handed right side hitter, and you cover all the bases.
Oh yeah.
You can tell when you go up to hit the ball, tipping is not in your mindset 95% of the time, is it?
Never. I'm ready to kill the ball every time.
The thing that I like tonight, they had you for 2 kills. I think you had 6.
I think I had a little more than 2.
I think if she goes back and watches the video, I think I'm right. That's what I'm going to say, that I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
I may not be. I don't know, but I just like to give Coach Humes a hard time. You abused the block on several occasions tonight. You obviously, she said she wants to teach her players to not be scared of the block. You obviously are not scared of the block.
No, not at all.
You had some good sets, which are fun, I suppose. You drive down the middle of the court. The thing that impressed me is some of your sets off the net, you still are able to attack. How much does that, you're off the net 3 or 4 or 5 feet sometimes, and you're still attacking the ball very hard. Is that because of your athletic ability you're able to do that, or why are you able to hit that when a lot of players aren't able to do that?
My mindset in a game is to kill every ball, and I think I can jump high enough, swing hard enough, where the block isn't it doesn't affect me. Like, I don't see it when I'm there. I'm just ready to swing, kill every ball. So I'm really confident in my hit. I think that's why I swing the way I do. And, yeah.
Well, let's talk about something besides hitting. Let's talk about your defense.
Okay.
There was a couple rallies that were crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You had a pancake save on one of those. I mean, your hand had to be flat, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. It was straight out.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was no fist. There was no nothing. It was a flat hand, and the ball hit it. You are able, and you've gotten to be a better defensive player, I think, every year from watching you since you were a freshman. You seem like you're taking almost as much pride in your defense now as you do your hitting. Is that the way you feel about it?
Yeah, I do. I think your pass needs to be as strong as your hitting. If you can't get a good ball up, you can't get a good set to get your good swings. So I really do take pride in my passes. I want to have a 3-point pass every time. That's my mindset.
And obviously when you're diving to save a ball like you did on that, it's not about getting a good pass necessarily, just keeping it alive.
Yeah.
That hitting, you say you look to kill every time. You obviously have a no-quit attitude, too. Do you feel like when there's a ball, you're going to get to it? If it's something, you can get there?
Every time. I feel like every ball is achievable. I should be able to touch every ball. That's my mindset. Get on the floor. Yeah.
How many bruises and bumps and stuff do you have after a game like this?
A lot, but I'll take it every time for a good win.
Well, Coach mentioned that you guys lost to them during the summer.
Yeah, we did.
Summer really doesn't matter, and we know that.
Mm-hmm.
But does that make you play a little harder here in the fall?
It does. I think I take every team we lose to during the summer, I take them on 10 times harder when we play them in season because I want to win.
You've been athletic ever since your freshman year. I mean,
yes.
As soon as you came to the basketball floor or the volleyball court, you could see you were athletic. Last year, the team was athletic, and I think the team's pretty athletic this year, but there was a couple huge lefts last year that got a lot of the balls. Do you feel like that this team now is maybe more cohesive because you guys are spreading the ball around really well right now?
Mm-hmm. I think we trust our setter, and we all have good communication skills, and we all want everyone to be successful on our team. I mean, we move the ball, it's good, and yeah.
The defensive players that come in that don't get the chance to hit, Shootman, Westerhold. Westerhold and you have seen a lot of playing time through the years. You're kind of the two kids that really got to get some playing time in. Emily is so good in the back row.
Yeah, she
and when
is.
you're playing beside her in the back row, you have to feel like, you know what, it's a little easier for me right now, right?
Mm-hmm. She takes a lot of pressure off. She's willing to go. She'll tell me, you got deep, I'll get your short. She'll dive for every ball. She wants to get every ball up, and I inspire to be her, just ready to get on the ground every time.
Well, Jordan, I appreciate you coming up and talking to us. Congratulations on a great home season opener win.
Thank you.
And hopefully you guys can keep going up the mountain. How's that sound?
I hope we can.
All right. That's Jordan Hines talking to us here in the postgame show. That'll do it from the hangar at Macomb High School. The Bombers win 25-17, 25-13 to get a home season opening win. So for Brandon, Rich, Dwayne, and Jordan, because Jordan is here under the headset right now. Jordan, is there anybody you want to say hi to?
Hi, everyone.
Nobody. You see, you're like the smart person that doesn't have a list. So you don't have a list made. So you're like, I'm just going to say hi, everyone, so I don't leave anybody out.
Yep.
That's the way to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, she's a good volleyball player and a good basketball player. So all you college coaches that might be watching, get a hold of her. She's a senior, right?
Yep, senior.
Yeah, senior. All right. Well, thanks for watching, folks. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow night with some more volleyball here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. See you.